What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be going over none other than a great deck profile for you all. We're going to be going over none other than Gallantmon X-Antibody himself. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and talk about it. Remember, smash that like button and hit that subscribe. It costs you nothing to do it. It supports the channel. It helps me grow. We're trying to achieve that 3,000 mark. I'll have some nice raffling off items, so let's dive into the video and talk about it. So first off, let's go over the Digitama. We are playing none other than 4 of the beautiful Gigimon from EX2. So this card lets us, as long as we're Guilmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon, draw 1 card. So this helps us fuel our engine and keep us in the game. We need to be as fast as most of the other decks in the format because we're going to be doing a lot of shenanigans pretty quickly. So next, we are playing 4 X Antibody Guilmon. So this card's not like the Agunimon X-Antibody or anything like that, sadly. But when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP. It can digivolve on top of a Guilmon for free. So, and then your turn, add 1000 to the maximum DP you can choose with DP-based destruction. So basically, what we're trying to do is reach high ridiculous numbers, so when we start blowing things up, we get to blow up 13s, 15s, stuff like that. Really throws your opponent off game and really can set them behind. Next, we are playing 4 of the Guilmon that can warp us right into Gallantmon. Sometimes you just need to get there. And especially if you get like 4 memory that turn and you had this in raising, you can bring this up and then whoop-de-doo, you're now into Gallantmon for 4. That really does help out this deck in the long run. But also, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, draw a card. So basically, we're gaining advantage. We have multiple advantage options to hopefully, while we're controlling the board and ruining threats and getting pieces off there, we can keep our opponent on their edge. Next, we are playing 4 of the Searcher Guilmons. So this one came out in EX2. So this is reveal top 4 cards, add 1 Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name to your hand, and 1 Takato among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So that really does help out. But if this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP. So what can happen here is you can pop 4000 DPs with just these 2. Like when you swing. So it's just really useful numbers games that we're going to be playing with this deck. So that is the rookie lineup. That is 12 in total. So it's really useful. Next, we do have Growlmon from starter deck 7, which is the Gallantmon starter deck. So your turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. So we're going to extend our plays because we're going to be popping things. Even if they have the Gaze out, we get to kill the Gaze. So it's like a double win for us because we're not worrying too much of ridiculous shenanigans that your opponent can do. Next, we do have Growlmon X-Antibody at 3. So the reason why we're playing this is because it allows us to digivolve 4 Growl on top of a Growlmon for free, so it means more draw advantage. But add 1000 DP to the maximum DP you can choose with DP effects. So we can go higher and higher and constantly get there. So if we put Guilmon X-Antibody with this Guilmon here, now, or even the draw one, now we're adding +2 to that. So now it's a 5000 DP Digimon. So that means anything like Gatomons that people are playing, you can pop those very easily with this once you get into your ultimates. Next, we also do play Growlmon here. So this Growlmon's from EX2. So delete one of your opponent's Digimon 2000 DP or less. If you have a red tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4000 DP or less. So this is when it's attacking. But also, if this Digimon has Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP. So now you can get multiple of these triggering off, going crazy, and just doing a lot of shenanigans. So, and then the last card is going to be our amazing Agunimon. So this Digimon will allow us to digivolve on top of one of our tamers, as if it was a level 3 Digimon, and swing for game. Basically, that's how that's going to go. We have enough tamers to validate him in, and sometimes we just need him for that game win. So, just something to think about. So, next, we do are going to go over the ultimates. We do play 3 WarGrowlmon from Starter Deck 7. So when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP. More benefits because we can delete to up to 5 by our inheritables. And then when your opponent's Digimon is deleted, it gains an extra security check. So that allows us to get extra checks in and apply more pressure. Next, we are playing WarGrowlmon X-Antibody. This card is brand new to the deck. So WarGrowlmon X-Antibody digivolves on top of our WarGrowlmons. When digivolving, until the end of your opponent's next turn, 2 of your opponent's Digimon lose 1 memory. And then if you have WarGrowlmon or the X Antibody option in this Digi-Evolution cards, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose DP adds up to 6,000 or less, delete them. This can get up to 8,000 or less because of the inheritables that we'll have, because they actually do stack up on that effect too. And then we do have WarGrowlmon from EX2. So when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If you have a Retainer, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Kind of see what the trend is going here. When attacking, we're popping something or anything like that. And then your turn, add 1,000 DP to the maximum DP deletion. So basically, if we get him underneath, now his 6 with a Guilmon X-Antibody and the Growlmon X-Antibody, and now him, that's now plus 3, so that's 9k. That's getting deleted. That's where we're getting these magic numbers from. That is our ultimate lineup, and I think it's pretty solid. Now, let's dive into the Gallantmons themselves. First off, we have Starter Deck Gallantmon that has instantly a security check, so he can apply pressure by himself, but when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less, which can get up to 6,000 DP, or even 7,000 DP or less. If no Digimon were deleted by this effect, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 for the turn. So it becomes a 4,000 by himself, and a plus 2 security checks. So, next we are playing the new Gallantmon from EX2. So, your turn, if this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP, while you have a red tamer in play, add 2,000 to the maximum DP you can choose with the DP deletion effects. So now, this gets even crazier. Because, like I said, 6 to 9, now we're up to 11. That's crazy. And then his effect, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon whose total DP adds to 6,000 or less and delete it. So we can get up to crazy numbers pretty quickly. Next, our final level 6, and that's Gallantmon X-Antibody himself. So delete one of your opponent's Digimon with lowest DP. If no Digimon is deleted by this effect, unsuspend this Digimon. So we get a free restand. But also, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, if Gallantmon or X-Antibody in this Digi-Evolution cards trash the top of their security stack. So basically, we're going to get a free delete anyway, so why not take advantage of it? So we have a total of 5 level 6s. Now, let's talk about it. We have one beautiful Crimson mode. So when Digivolving, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, which is solid. But then when attacking, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Add one number of the number of cards you can trash by this effect for every 10 cards in their trash. So basically, what can happen is, oh, I swing in, you have 30 cards in trash? Wow, 3 free security right there. And then I swing for game? Wow, that's a win in my books. So that is one of our level 7s. The final level 7 is actually a new card from BT9 itself. So this card is when Digivolving. For each card with Mega in this traits in your opponent's Digi-Evolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Then place 10 cards from your opponent's stack at the bottom of their deck in any order. So basically, this helps in the security control matchup against Beelzemon, stuff like that. So now, this now has a double stack of 2 Megas. That's 2 Digimons popped. And then, this card also has one other effect. Start a turn, trash the top card of this Digimon. And if you do, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Free damage is huge. Especially when your opponent is like recovering or in the security control matchup. you can just punish it really hard with this list. So it's just something to think about, because then you can control, pop, go wherever you want, and that just gets really explosive pretty quickly. So let's talk about tamers wise. We play 3 Takatos, because when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, you may spend this tamer, gain 1 memory. So what's really nice about it is that if we pop something by swinging into it, we can rest and bring it back to our turn. So it's just more value for us, especially with the Gallantmon X-Antibody, because if we can kill their Digimon and guarantee their death, we're in a better spot. And then when one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with Gallantmon or Growlmon, in that Digimon gains Blitz. So this doesn't rest for the Blitz effect, so it's just going to have Blitz the whole game. So it's just something to think about. And then we will have also a Hiro. Hiro is just to get us over big Digimon that they might have a little extra oomph behind them. So it's just something to think about, because we're at 12. We might need to hit Magic 14 or close to 15. Anything like that will help us out. And then we do play 1 Tai, because that extra security check is sometimes vital in this game. So we just want to hit magic number. That is our 5 tamer lineup. No cool boy, because again, I don't always trust certain cards, and especially since we don't have enough targets to justify it, I think we don't need to have that. Next, we do have 2 Crimson Blaze. So the reason for this is because delete all your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Well, let's say they built a wide board. Now, that Gallantmon that you have in Raising that has now boosted effects now can pop probably 9Ks. Or close to maybe our beautiful 12K. So if it can clear boards that way with just a Crimson Blaze, I'll take it. That's a win in our books. So something to think about there. Now we do have 2 red mem boosts to search out pieces. Because of the delay, it'll give us extra memory, stuff like that. But it also searches us pieces. And then we do play 2 X Antibodies. One for source stripping issues, but also it's a great hammer spark in security, basically. And then also your turn, when attacking, it gets to warp your stack that might have not been fully ready to go into the next pieces. So we can set up and get ready for our Gallantmon plays. So it's just something to think about. Hopefully, guys, you enjoyed the video and that this wasn't a bore for you. So remember, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!